All right, big update on this. This is a video. It's a long time coming. Actually, it's been about a year and 2 weeks since I kind of announced that thing out there. So just to start out, I want to thank everybody who watches these videos. I want to thank the comments and appreciate the good vibes on it. I also want to thank my wife, who has tolerated hours and hours and hours in the garage, me putting this thing together, and the family. I appreciate you guys if you watch this, the help that you've given me. So I wanted to get that out there. Also, basically the point of this is I'm going to go over the car real quick for the people that actually are not up to date, and then we're going to get it out of the garage and take it for a little spin today. All right, look at that stance. Man, that thing. So just kind of a quick update on specs. It's got Fox 2.0 coilovers with the larger shafts, 930 CVs. It's got roughly 19 inches of wheel travel on the back. Excuse me. Limited with some PRP limit straps. It's mid-engine with a Subaru EJ20 WRX motor sitting in the middle where it's supposed to be with a Subaru 5MT transaxle. Got some custom shift linkage there. The car is dirty because I actually wet sanded it the other day. Got some of that orange peel off, polished it. Still have a little bit of work to do, but it's much shinier, a little bit smoother. I like that better. Anyway, spare tire is in. You guys have maybe seen that before, but it just looks good sitting there. We move around to the middle. So full Subaru intercooler. It's got an aftermarket blow-off valve, which honestly is cheap. It's got the K&N reservoir over the catch can over there, K&N air filter, oversized aluminum radiator. I think it's a dual core. Let's see, inside here, we've got the 15-gallon fuel cell with foam in it. Open up the cab. We've got pretty slim dash and center console there, tilt steering. I've got a video backup camera. There is my Parker pumper for my helmet blower. Soon you will see some shrouding in here. You can see I've got the Zeus fasteners and there's the upper shroud. I just have to get that on, and I left it off on purpose just to have some visibility in there to make sure there's no leaks. Skid plate is on. Let's see. Up front, long travel A-arm suspension, again with Fox shocks, large shafts. I've got DV8 bump stops up here. I've got some FabTech limit straps. Seiko rack with electric power steering up underneath there, works great. Got the roof rack done. You guys may have just seen the video on that, but just some 4 LED pod lights. For additional lighting, I went with the LED pods up here. They've got high-low beams and turn signals in the back. In the cab, Corbo seat. I also have an OMP in the passenger. The reason for that is because that's what I had in the garage. I'd like them to match, but the Corbo is an extra large. I'm a big guy, so that thing fits me pretty well. I like having it in there. It's nice and comfortable. Although the funny thing about this whole build is it's custom, and I built it for me, and it's still very, very tight in there, which makes me feel kind of stupid because I have a little bit of room back here to bring that seat back, and somehow I still managed to mess that up. But it's drivable. It's got CNC adjustable pedals. Let's see, what kind of hubs are on these? I think these are Jmar hubs up here. I think I've got CNC hubs in the back. Nope, Jmar in the back too. Forgot about that. Fire extinguisher is on. That's a custom mount that I did. I built that rather than buy one. Man, when I wet sanded this car, I got white polished stuff everywhere. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, I'm pretty excited about that. But let's get to the cool part. Let's get this thing out of here and fire it up. It's so small. Look at my steering. I hate it. So overall, drives pretty good. Runs pretty good. Second gear, it was weird. It was kind of falling on its face in the left-hand corners. I think that's because I only put like 2 gallons of gas in it. So it's very possible that it's kind of sloshing over to the passenger side and getting a little starved for fuel. But I'll go ahead and throw, another 4 or 5 gallons in there and just make sure that it's that's the problem. If that's not the problem, of course, I got to dig into the engine, because last time I ran this motor, it ran smooth. I didn't have any problems with it. Who knows? Maybe there's a loose ground or something, but I'll take a look for it. Again, thanks for watching this one. Thanks to everybody that helped. Shout out to SubaruGears.com. If you want to do a Subaru conversion, check those guys out. God, right off the top of my head, I can't think of the owner's name, but he's a great guy. Go to SubaruGears.com. You can convert your Subaru transmissions into transaxles. It's not that expensive to do when you consider the alternative, which is a very built 091. Those things don't hold up that long, or a very expensive Mendiola. So if you're looking at building a buggy and you can reverse them, he has limited slip diffs. He'll sell you complete transaxles. He's actually in Australia, but the guy is immediately available to his customers. He's such a good guy. I got my wiring harness from a guy named Mick in Colorado. He runs a company called Bussaroo. Does a wiring. It's got a factory ECU in it. This thing thinks it's a 2005 Subaru. It doesn't have a custom tune on it or anything. I wanted reliability because it's supposed to go out in the desert, and the last thing I need is some aftermarket ECU freaking out and leaving me stranded and have to walk when it's 116 degrees outside. So that was the plan when I built it, and Mick did a great job, and he was incredibly responsive and inexpensive when you consider what you get. You send him a factory harness, which weighs like 85 pounds. He sends you a box back, which I think weighs like 6 pounds, and everything's clearly labeled. I am an idiot when it comes to wiring. I was able to get this thing running fairly quick with that harness. So I highly recommend him, Subaru Gears. I'm not sponsored by anybody. It would be nice, but I need more likes and subscribes and comments. So if you guys like what you see behind me, hit that button and give me a comment. I appreciate everything. Next few videos is just gonna be button things up. I gotta wire the lights here. I've got to put the shrouding in. I'm gonna wrap it with carbon fiber. I love that stuff. It changes the looks of things, and it's cheap. You can get it on Amazon. It's easy to use. And then if you don't like it, just peel it off and do it again. So I'm gonna do that for the shrouding. And I've got to get, I have a shift boot that covers the shifter to keep that thing clean. Just little things like that. So somebody on the internet today, someone on Facebook said 95% done with 30% more to go, which is 100% true. So again, thanks for watching this one. This build's been fun. I'm getting ready to do something else. But the crazy thing is I've got to get this thing shaken out. Sand season's coming up. So if you want to buy it, hit me up.